complete our third quarter TDS return. Shortage of deduction are not allowed and the shortage of time is there. In this scenario, I have a quick solution for you. Hello everyone, I am Saloni from Webtel. If you have bulk deducted details with lots of challans, then this video is for you because I am going to tell you the easy process of filing TDS return in 10 minutes. So stay tuned. And before starting this video, I request you to subscribe to our YouTube channel Webtel Electrosoft to get regular compliance updates. Let's start with basic requirements before starting the process. For this, I am taking you to my screen. So for the filing of the TDS return for the quarter 3, you can use the Excel utility which has been provided by the Webtel. And through this Excel utility, you will be able to file the TDS return in just 10 minutes if you are having the data in the bulk. And before starting the preparation of the TDS return, you need few details, like you need the number of deducted details, you need the Challan details, and Challan details should also be verified from the NSDL and the ITD, or you can say income tax department as well. Then you need 10 login password, and for the preparation of the TDS return through the Excel template, you need to open the webtel.in website. And after clicking on webtel.in website, you will be able to see a screen like this. So this is the web page of our webtel.in. Then you need to go to the software updates option, and after that you need to click on compliance solutions. And in the compliance solution, you will be able to see an option which is WebTDS. Then click on WebTDS, and after clicking on WebTDS, you need to click on ETDS Excel file for the downloading of your Excel utilities. And after clicking on that, you will be able to see the Excel file utility. Then click on download now. And after clicking on download now, a Excel zip file will be downloaded. Then you can open the folder in which you have downloaded the Excel utility. Then you just need to right click on the Excel utility and then click on extract to Excel regular. And after that, a same folder will be created. Then you need to open the folder and then you need to run the Excel regular setup file from the folder. Otherwise, you will not be able to generate the TDS return from the Excel utilities. And after clicking on that, few files will be extracted, and then only you will be able to generate the TDS returns. Then open the Excel file which you want to generate, like you can copy the Excel file from the folder and paste it on the desired location on which you want to save the Excel. Like I'm going to save it on the desktop. You can create a folder and then you can save the Excel utility. So for the filing of your TDS return, or you are having the data in the bulk, you can use this Excel utility. And after opening the Excel utility or the Excel file which has been provided in by the Webtel, you need to click on enable content, and here you need to select for which quarter you want to generate the TDS return. Like you need to generate the return for the quarter 3, then you need to select the quarter 3, and then you need to select the financial year for which you want to generate the TDS return, and then you can click on start. Here you will be able to see 3 sheets, like first one is your deductor detail. Here you need to enter the deductor details of the company. Then here you need to enter the Challan details, and the third one is your deducted details. Here you need to enter the deducted details. Otherwise, you can copy paste the data over here also. Like if you are having the data in a normal Excel file, then you can copy the data and paste it on the Excel utility by using the special values option. Like for example, if you want to copy this data, and then you can copy the data and then you can go to the Excel utility and then you can paste it by clicking on the paste special, and then you need to select the values option. No formatting would be there while entering the data or while copy pasting the data in the Excel utility. Similarly, you can paste the other details like the deductor details and the person who is responsible for the filing of the returns. Similarly, you can enter the Challan details over here, like you need to enter the Challan serial number, you need to enter the section for which you have deposited the tax, then you need to enter the TDS amount in your Challan. So if you are having the data in your normal Excel, then you can copy the data from your normal Excel file like this, and then you can paste it in the Excel utility by using the paste special values option. Otherwise your formatting would be there and your return would not be generated properly. So in the other columns, if you are having the surcharge amount, education cess amount, if you are having any interest column is there, and if you have deposited the other amount, you can enter the details over here. And similarly, you can enter the other details, like you need to enter the total tax deposited amount in the Challan in this column. Then if you have deposited the amount through the check, or if the DD number is there, then you can enter the check number, and if you have deposited the amount by the cash, then you need to enter the 0, and if you have deposited the amount by the book entry, then you need to leave it as a blank. And if you have deposited the Challan through the check or DD number, then you can enter the amount number over here. In this column, you need to enter the BSR code. You need to copy the BSR code from your normal Excel file, and then you can paste it in this Excel utility by using the paste special values option. Then you need to enter the date on which you have deposited the tax, and the format of the date should be like this, otherwise your return would not be generated properly. Then in this column, you need to enter the Y or N. If you have deposited the tax, or if you have deposited the TDS by the book entry, then you need to enter Y in this column, otherwise you can enter N in these columns. Then you need to enter the bank Challan number. You need to enter the bank Challan number in these columns. If any transfer voucher number is there, then you need to enter the transfer voucher number over here. Then you need to enter the remarks if any, and then you need to enter the minor head in this column. Similarly, you can enter the deductee details over here. So for entering the deductee details, you need the section code, you need the deductee code. So for example, if you have deducted the TDS of a company, then you need to enter the 1 in this column, otherwise you can enter 2 in other cases. Like if you have deducted the TDS of an individual, then you need to enter the 2 in this column. Then you need to enter the PAN number of your deductee. If the PAN is not available, then you need to write PAN not AVPL, or PAN applied, or PAN invalid. Then you need to enter the PAN reference number for the deductees whose PAN is not available, or you have entered the PAN not available or invalid. So here you need to enter a unique number. It could be from 0 to 9. Then you need to enter the name of the deductee. So name of the deductee is a mandatory field in this Excel utility, and in this Excel utility you will be able to see which field is mandatory for you and which field is not mandatory in the comment box. Then you need to enter the amount on which you have deducted the TDS. Then you need to enter the date on which amount has been paid or credited to the deductee. Then you need to enter the paid by book entry, whether the amount has been paid by book entry. So in that case you need to enter the Y, and if you are a non-government deductor, then you need to enter the N in this column. Then you need to enter the rate on which the TDS has been deducted by you. So if you are having the data in your normal Excel file, then you can copy paste your data, and then you can paste it over here by using the paste special values option. Then you need to enter the PAN number, so you can copy paste your PAN number of your deductees from your normal Excel file, and then you can paste the data. Similarly, if you are having the PAN reference number, then you can enter the PAN reference number, or otherwise you can move to the other column, which is the name of the deductee. So name of the deductee is a mandatory field over here, so you need to copy paste your data from your normal Excel file, and then you can paste it in the Excel utility. Then you need to copy the amount of payment. Paid by book entry column. So in this column you need to enter the N in case if you are a non-government deductor. So you can enter the N in the whether the amount has been paid by book entry. Then you need to enter the rate on which the TDS has been deducted. Then grossing up of indicator. So in the case of resident parties, you need to leave it as a blank. Then you need to enter the TDS amount. Then here you need to enter the total amount of tax, or you need to enter the amount which has been deducted. So you can copy paste the data in this column, and then you need to enter the date on which tax has been deducted, total tax deposited amount, BSR code, Challan number you need to enter. Then you need to enter the Challan serial number. So if you have entered the details of the deductees which are related to the Challan number 1, so you need to enter the Challan serial number as the 1. And in this column, reason for the lower deduction or higher deduction. So if you have deducted the TDS as a lower rate, then you need to enter A in this column. If you have the form 15G or H, then you need to enter the B in this column. And if you have deducted the TDS as a higher TDS, then you need to enter the C. So, and in case of a transporter, you need to enter the T. So in this Excel sheet, we are having the details, or we are having the deductees whose TDS has been deducted as a nil because they are a transporter cases. So you need to enter the T in this column. And if you are having the certificate number, then you need to enter the certificate number over here. And in the other columns, if you have deducted the TDS as per the section 194N, then you need to enter the details over here. So after providing all the details in the Excel utility, you just need to click on verify data. So after clicking on verify data, if you have entered the wrong data or the data which has been provided will not be in the correct format, you will receive an error, and otherwise you will receive a message like this, no errors. Then you can click on yes to generate your text file. Then in this column you need to select whether you have filed your TDS returns in the earlier quarters. So if you have filed the TDS return in the earlier quarter, you can click on yes, otherwise you can click on no, and then you can click on proceed further. After that alert message will appear, then you need to click on yes, and then you need to select the location on which you want to generate your TDS return. Like I'm going to create a folder, and then you can save your text file, and then your CSV file will be downloaded from your NSDL portal as well as from your ITD portal. Here you need to enter the captcha and then click on OK button, and after that your process will start for the validation of your TDS returns. Click on OK button, and after that a validation utility will appear like this, and the path will be browsed automatically in the Excel utilities. So at the end a file will be generated successfully from your Excel utility. So this would be a process of filing the TDS return if you are having the data in the bulk. So you can file your TDS return through Excel utilities easily. I hope you have understood that we can save lots of time by using this technique. And if you want this data in your software, then after filing of your TDS return, you can import this sheet into our software and generate certificates easily. If you found this video helpful, then visit the link mentioned in the description below. Let us know in the comment section if you have any doubts. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you found this video helpful. Next Tuesday, we will be coming up with another interesting video to make compliances better for you. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned with us for a better compliance journey.